You know that feeling when your phone buzzes, you see it's your bank, and your stomach drops before you even unlock the screen? Like your own bank account is sending you a threat? You open it. $23.10. Cool. Great. Love that for you. And then, because the universe has a sense of humor, that's the exact same day your car starts making a noise. Not a small noise. A noise that sounds expensive. A noise with a car payment energy to it. Your kid's school emails about a small fee. Your boss sends the four scariest words in the English language. Hey, you got a sec? And you just sit there, a fragile little stick man, thinking, I am one bad Tuesday away from total collapse. If that's you, if you spend your life quietly praying that nothing breaks, nothing leaks, and nobody gets sick because you genuinely cannot afford it, this video is for you. We're building an emergency fund in 59 days. And yes, even if right now you're thinking, Max, I'm broke, I'm a stick figure too, what fund? Stick with me. Pun fully intended, because here's the lie most people believe, that an emergency fund is something you build after you've got your life together. I'm going to argue the exact opposite. You build the emergency fund so that you can get your life together. It's not the reward at the finish line, it's the thing that lets you start running. I'm Max. I have no face, no job, and arguably no nose, but I've thought about emergency funds more than any drawing should. If saving feels impossible to you, hit subscribe and give this a thumbs up if it helps. Let's go. A lot of people say, I can't save until I make more money, and sometimes that's flat out true. If you're choosing between rent and groceries, no budgeting hack fixes that. Math is math, but here's what nobody tells you. Even when you can save a little, your brain actively fights you. Not because you're lazy, not because you're bad with money, because your brain is wired for surviving today, not for some calm, stable version of you that exists 59 days from now. When money's tight, your brain flips into scarcity mode, and scarcity mode makes you do three things. You obsess over immediate problems, you ignore future risk, and you grab tiny comfort purchases because you're stressed. So telling a stressed out person to just save 20% is like telling someone who's drowning to swim more efficiently. Technically correct, completely useless. So we're doing it differently. We're building this fund with two tools. Very simple math and a little psychology. Bankrate found that roughly 1 in 4 Americans have zero emergency savings. Federal Reserve data showed only about 55% of adults had 3 months of expenses set aside. And the American Psychological Association reports money is one of the top sources of stress for around 64% of adults. Translation: if money makes you anxious, congratulations. You are deeply, profoundly normal. You're not broken. You just never got a system. Here's what surprises people. You don't need some massive $10,000 fund to feel relief. A buffer of even $300 to $1,000 can change your entire life because it stops what I call the domino effect. One surprise bill becomes an overdraft fee, becomes a late fee, becomes credit card interest, becomes borrowing from your cousin, becomes a full-blown stress spiral and panic decisions. An emergency fund is just a shock absorber for life. So the goal, in 59 days, we're aiming for $590. Why that number? Because $10 a day is clean, simple, and it lands us almost exactly there. Big enough to handle most random Tuesday disasters, a tire, a small medical bill, a surprise utility hike. Small enough that even a broke stickman can actually pull it off. $590 in 59 days, $10 a day. That's the whole mountain. And before you say, Max, I don't have $10 a day, I know. We're not going to save it by suffering. We're going to build a system that finds it. 4 moves. We run it like a 59-day sprint. If your emergency fund lives in your checking account, it's not an emergency fund, it's a snack fund. Your brain treats any money that's visible and easy as money that's available. So open a separate savings account today. Rename it something dramatic. Do not touch. If your bank lets you hide it from the main screen, hide it. Sounds silly. Works anyway. Because willpower is not a strategy. Your environment is the strategy. Then automate something almost insultingly small. $5 a day, $3 a day, $25 a week. The amount doesn't matter yet. The habit that runs without you matters. Because if your plan is, I'll save whatever's left at the end of the month, you will save exactly nothing every single month. Set an auto transfer for right after payday. Not when you remember. Not when you feel inspired. Right after payday. 3 fast ways to get there this week. 1. Cancel one subscription you forgot you're even paying for. That Ghost $10 a month app is funding nothing but your own forgetfulness. 2. The 48-hour rule. For the next 59 days, any non-essential purchase has to wait 2 days. That pause kills the impulse. The enemy was never coffee, it's impulse. 3. Sell one thing this weekend. Old headphones, shoes you never wear, that keyboard collecting dust. We're not protecting your ego here. We're building your fund. One sale could be $40, $70, $120. All of it goes in. Most people don't have a budget problem. They have a leak problem. Small, frequent, emotionally justified spending. I deserve this. It's only $12. Look at the last 14 days and tag every expense. Must, maybe, or mess. Your fund comes from maybe and mess, never from starving yourself. Quick math. Say it's $24 a week on takeout, $12 on convenience store grabs, $15 on random online stuff. That's $51 a week. Over 8 weeks, that's $408. Most of the goal, and we haven't even touched income yet. And don't nuke all your joy or you'll rebound and overspend later. One planned treat a week. Planned, because restriction breeds rebellion. That's Psychology 101. Cutting only goes so far, so ask for extra hours. Even 4 hours a week at $15 is $60 a week, $240 in a month. Or do one weekend money mission. Delivery, tutoring, helping someone move. Aim for $150 in one weekend. Or negotiate one bill. Call your internet or phone provider and ask for a cheaper plan. Saving $20 a month is $40 over the sprint, and it keeps paying after. So, 2 rules. The emergency definition rule. An emergency threatens your health, housing, transport to income, or basic utilities. A sale is not an emergency. Boredom is not an emergency. Write it in your notes app. And the replace first rule. If you spend from the fund on a real emergency, your next goal is to refill that amount first. This keeps the fund alive instead of quietly dying. Picture someone. Let's call her Maya. Not careless, just stuck. Every surprise went on a credit card. Every card payment made the next month tighter. She tried a real budget and quit because it was complicated and frankly depressing. Then she did the simple version. Separate account. $5 a day on autopilot. Sold a few things. Cut 2 subscriptions. 1 weekend gig. By day 30, she had about $320. Then her car broke. Old Maya. Credit card. 24% interest. 6 miserable months. New Maya. Paid cash. And she told me the thing that stuck. It wasn't the $320. It was knowing she could handle life. That's the whole point. This was never about getting rich. It's about becoming unpanicable. Let me be a slightly frustrated stickman for 1 second because you need to hear this. Most people don't fail with money because they're irresponsible. They fail because they wait until they feel ready. And meanwhile, life just keeps happening. An emergency fund isn't a luxury you earn the right to have. It's a seatbelt. You don't wait for the crash to decide you should have worn one. So today, open the separate account. Set the smallest auto transfer you can stand. Pick one fast win for the first $100. Then come back and comment, day 1 done, my number is ____. Because when you say it out loud, it gets real. Subscribe if you want more of this. Practical, no fluff, actually doable money stuff. Because 59 days from now, you can still be stressed, praying nothing breaks. Or you can be the stick man who handles a random Tuesday like it's nothing. And honestly, that version of you is way closer than you think.